So when I saw the results of the Manchester City game against Spurs over the weekend, Spurs were at home against Manchester City, and it was interesting to see City come down from, draw a game that they were 2 goals up, in the first half. It looked like one-way traffic. When I saw the first half, 2-0, I was like, this is done. City have won the game. But then at the end of the game, we saw a draw. For me, so many things came to my mind when I saw that. Because it was really like, did they just bottle a chance to close the gap on Aston? What could have been 4 point gap if City had won ended up being a 6 point gap. By the way, in the same weekend, Aston Villa lost a game at home for which they were, 10. They had the advantage of one man, a red card, to the Brentford player, and then they ended up losing the game, playing against 10 men for almost 60, 70 minutes, and still ended up losing that game, even conceding while being one man advantage, which is, for me, seeing all of that just made me to reflect on the kind of journey Arsenal have been on. Because if you think about it, if Arsenal were in that position that City were, where they had a chance, to, even now that Arsenal are leading the league and they have a chance to, say, close off a game against a team like Spurs, where they're actually winning and then allow the opponent to come back from a 2-goal deficit to draw the game. I'm sure everybody will be talking about how Arsenal have bottled it, how Arsenal have no spine, and all of that stuff. But again, as I always say, it's one of those things where, if you've not done it, especially recently, nobody will believe you can do it. It's one of the prices you pay for not having recent success. This is the season where Arsenal needs to prove to everyone that they can actually do it. So now, what does this mean? 6 points clear against Manchester City, and of course 7 points against Aston Villa. And personally, I've never really seen Aston Villa as genuine title contenders, just because I just don't think they have enough to go the entire length. Maybe they can surprise everyone this year. I know that anything is possible in football, but I personally believe that Arsenal's real contenders are actually Manchester City, because they still can do it. They have the manager that has done it recently. They have a team that is really solid. They are a bit shaky here and there. We've seen their inconsistency of late. I don't know. I personally don't think Manchester City have enough in them to become problem to pose a serious title challenge against Arsenal. But Arsenal still have a lot of work to do. There's nothing to be taken for granted. Next weekend is going to be Arsenal playing first on Saturday, and of course they have to win against Sunderland at home. It's obviously going to be a tough game, just like most games in the Premier League, but Arsenal have to win. Arsenal have to find a way to win. There are no excuses here. And of course, Manchester City have a tough fixture as well, going away to at Anfield against Liverpool. It's going to be another interesting fixture. And Arsenal have a chance to basically, and at this point, I think what Arsenal need to do is just to focus on winning all the games in front of them. It's not even about what City play. Even if City go, to Anfield and win, which is, I don't think is, I predict a Liverpool win anyways. Or at least some form of, if Liverpool are going to get a point at Anfield, I can guarantee that. Not I can guarantee it, but I don't see how Liverpool lose that game. A draw is possible, but I don't see how Manchester City can easily beat Liverpool at Anfield. It's a difficult place to play. But what is more important than what the result of that game is how Arsenal approach their game against Sunderland. So they see is another opportunity to stretch the top of the table. Good thing is Arsenal play first, so they get a chance to stretch that gap. And then the pressure piles up on Manchester City. And over time, I see Arsenal, maintaining a very healthy distance, between themselves and Manchester City. I think Aston Villa will fall off at some point. But what is more important is for Arsenal to sustain and maintain their momentum. They're still, for me, Arsenal still have 3 very important. Again, every game in the Premier League is tough, but at this point, I still foresee 3 games that could potentially be difficult, quote unquote, even though I've said every game in the Premier League is a tough game. That would be Chelsea at home. I expect an Arsenal win still. Spurs away. I expect an Arsenal win still. And then Manchester City away. It's going to be a tough game. But you never know. The momentum might be so strong on Arsenal's side that Arsenal can actually win that game. I actually expect Arsenal to go there thinking they can win. So yeah, the Premier League is still 14 games to go. 6 points clear at the top. Nothing is won yet. But Arsenal are in a very, very good position. So that's just my reflection on the game and what lies ahead. Um, Next weekend is going to be a very important and interesting game. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on all of this. What do you see happening? Manchester City, do they look like they still have it in them to challenge and to continue to fight for the title? How much longer before um, everybody starts to agree that it's actually Arsenal's title to win? So let me know your thoughts in the comment. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm out.